Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Balls and All, your sports and leisure show. And guess what? We're here at the opening of the tunnel, the big tunnel of the bridge. It's going to allow a lot of motorists to move in and out of Perth a lot more. But we're here because there's tons and tons of people doing the walk-through. And obviously, you might have been one of the people walking through. And we got a big show for you tonight. Let's get the balls and all rolling, as we always say. And with me to start the show off is Justin. Hi, Justin.
Yeah, thanks, Moose. We've actually got heaps of great stories on tonight. We've just done a story about ultimate Frisbee.
Fantastic.
Where we've got people all around the world, all around Australia, come into Perth for the long Easter weekend, and they've just done it was a fantastic sport.
And because of Balls and All, they're going to get a little bit of television tonight.
They're going to get on TV.
Yeah, so keep tuned. We got tons of stories. Also, James went down and did a story with some guys doing a bit of Muay Thai, kickboxing. We speak to a West Australian superstar, really, in Thailand. He's treated like a god over there because of his sport, and we have a chat with him. Darren Reese we're talking to. But here I'm talking to Mr. Lachlan Christie, and Lachlan is with the Rotary Club. Hi, Lachlan.
Hi, Peter. Yeah.
Now, it's Loch, isn't it?
That is Loch, yeah.
Now, tell us, the Rotary Club obviously have a lot to do with what's going on today. What's happening?
Well, we saw the opportunity here to raise money for one of our projects, which is Rotary Health Foundation. Rotary is a worldwide organisation, and we help underprivileged countries with their health problems. Rotary has one very big program, which is Polio Plus. We have virtually eliminated polio in the third world countries through donating
which is a fantastic effort.
Donating millions and millions of injections of polio vaccine. So this is one more opportunity for us to raise some funds for Rotary work.
Good.
Yep.
Now, we see your people all over the place here. And what's the main duties they're doing here today?
Well, we're here just to marshal the affair, to see the people get through, find out, help them to find their way through the tunnel. We here that you see immediately are just taking the donations from the various people and their families, and so this is all going to a good cause.
Fantastic. Now, some people out there say, look, it sounds like a good idea. We've always heard about Rotary. We see the signs when we go into all the country towns around the place. You see the Rotary, what's that actually called? It's like a set of gear.
Yeah, Rotary wheel. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And now someone's looking at that and they say, well, look, this looks like a great opportunity to help underprivileged countries, whatever. How do they get involved with Rotary?
Well, ask around. You'll find somebody in your community is a member of Rotary, and they'd only be too pleased to take you along to a Rotary meeting. The basic original idea of Rotary was that we rotate around from each other's homes, and that we had people of different vocations getting together to do some good in the community. That was the original idea of Rotary.
So no matter whose house you go, they supply the beer? Is that the deal?
But now, of course, we meet in halls or restaurants, yeah. But that was the original concept of Rotary. But it's a vast worldwide organisation now. I can't give the exact numbers, but millions of members throughout the world. And apart from doing a lot of good in the community, we have a great time.
Fantastic.
I've been a member for 30 years and I still enjoy Rotary.
Fantastic. What is actually your particular role?
Currently I'm in the West Perth Rotary Club. I'm the treasurer of the club. We have a membership of about 50 members. We meet for breakfast every Thursday morning, and we have a good social program. At the same time, we look for things we can do to help the community.
Fantastic. And the phone numbers are all in the phone book?
You'll find us in the phone book. Yeah, you'll find Rotary in the phone book. Just ring there and make some inquiries. Yeah.
All right, thanks very much, Lachlan, for that, and wish all you guys all the best, of course, and don't forget, if you want to get involved with Rotary, look them up in the phone book. Okay, we're going to get it all happening. Thanks, Lachlan. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, back to work it is.
Okay, Moose, that's fantastic what Rotary's doing, but you've actually recently gone out and spoken to another great Australian.
Sure did. I went and spoke to someone of my own namesake, Jones, and spoke to someone who I know is anyone in the motor industry or anyone who loves the motors in general will know that Alan Jones is one of Australia's superheroes from Formula One, and really lucky to have caught up with him recently. So have a look at this story. Hi everyone, we're here at the Motorsport Expo, and it gives me great pleasure to speak to one of my heroes, and I'm sure one of your heroes, an Australian legend, someone who's won the Formula One, I believe, 3 times?
No, unfortunately only once.
Once? And here I'm with
I'd like to have won it 3 times.
my Uncle Alan, because I'm a Jones as well. Hi, Alan.
Yeah, well, you look like my nephew.
And now tell us a bit about something I asked you a little bit earlier. What actually got you involved with all this?
Well, I actually grew up in a motor racing environment. My father used to race cars. He was the first Australian ever to win a Grand Prix outside of Australia. He was Australian champion. He won the Australian Grand Prix. So I just grew up in that environment, and it was a natural progression. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Natural progression. So I often wonder how other people got into it, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, with your coming through the ranks and all that, obviously a lot of trials and tribulations, but who would have been back in the days when you first got going, like your inspiration, other than Dad, of course?
Well, obviously my father, but Sir Jack Brabham, because I watched him go through the ranks to become world champion. People like Sterling Moss, Fanjo, Jimmy Clark. I mean, there's a great list of them. I admire a lot of them.
And have you raced with a lot of those guys?
No, they're a little bit before my time. But as a kid growing up, obviously I used to watch and mimic or their every move and look at them. And when they came to Australia to race, Sterling Moss and a few people like that used to come down for the Tasman series, and I used to love going and watching them.
Now, something I've always wondered, like we recently did a story on some young boys swimming from Cottesloe to Rottnest, and people who do endurance, because obviously this is really an endurance race. What kind of things do you concentrate on? Obviously you're driving, but is there something that you kind of keep your mind focused on?
There's a very great incentive to keep your concentration in these things, because if you don't, it can really hurt you. But I used to sort of watch my weight. Obviously, I used to work out quite a lot. I mean, I doubt whether I'd even fit in the thing now. But I wouldn't eat on race day. I'd just have something very light in the morning and concentrate on getting my weight right and my concentration. But when that green light goes on and you're flying into a corner at 180 mile an hour, you really don't have to worry too much about your concentration, because it sort of does it for you.
Now, what about when you're out there through your career? Like, we've always seen a lot of rivalries, like Brocky and Moffat and all those kind of guys. Did you actually have pretty much a rival through your days with the racing?
Yeah, I think in motorsport, much the same as all sports, I reckon there's always someone there. You never get the easy day. You never get the guy who's sick say, "Oh, I'm going to." But Gilles Villeneuve was a great rival of mine. Nelson Piquet. Quite a few. My teammate was almost my rival, because you have to beat your teammate first, because if he's in the identical car, you can't come in and say, "Oh, the car wasn't quick enough," and they turn around and say, "Yeah, well, hang on, your teammate's 4 in front of you, so it can't be that bad." So the first incentive was always to knock your teammate off.
Yeah. Now, what about the progression from the racing, like when you were out there racing, and now today we see young Craig Lowndes getting into it and whatever? How do you feel the progression in the sport has gone?
Oh, well, it's just taken off. I mean, Formula One now is a global sport. It's watched by billions of people every second weekend. It's a multi-million-dollar business now, there's no question about that. And in Australia, V8 supercars have taken off. I mean, there's probably about 55 V8 supercars in Australia. A lot of the circuits, there can only be 30-odd cars start, so now they have pre-qualifying. I mean, technology now has taken off, even in the supercars, with telemetry and all the technology that goes into it now. It's just amazing.
And like today too, with all the precisions and the computers and design and all that kind of stuff, do you feel it's really enhanced the sport a lot more?
Yes and no. I mean, thank goodness in Formula One about 5 years ago, they took a lot of that stuff off. They used to have self-leveling suspension, they used to have anti-lock brakes. They used to have a computer that would deliberately give the engine less power on the twisty circuits and give it more power on the straights and all this nonsense. And I think it took a lot of the skill away from the driver. Yeah. So they've banned a lot of that stuff now and got back to the driver having more of an input on what happens in the car, thank goodness.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Now, speaking of Craig Lowndes and that, now obviously you're following the sport. It's something dear to your heart. How do you feel we're looking on the world stage at this moment?
We've got a couple of young guys that are over there at the moment that could progress into Formula One. I mean, we desperately need an Aussie in Formula One, and I think we need an Aussie in IndyCar racing. We host a round of the IndyCar series on the Gold Coast, no Aussies. We host a round of Formula One, no Aussies. So we've got to do what we can to get some in there.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Let's go Aussies. All right, well, look, we wish you all the best. Just wish you all the best with how things are going. It's been a real pleasure meeting you, and hopefully the Aussies will get into it, and we'll put a few more gold medals on the board, I suppose, as it is.
Well, I certainly hope so. Thanks.
Yeah, that was fantastic, having a chat with one of my heroes, and I think he's every Australian's hero, Alan Jones. It was fantastic and really nice to catch up with him. He's really come the hard yards and done it for Australia. And let's hope that Craig Lowndes or someone else out there goes for gold for the Formula One and starts letting people know that here in West Australia we have the best damn drivers in the world. Now, we're inside the tunnel, as you can see, and being Easter, I'm chatting with one of the Easter bunnies. Hi, what's your name?
Jacinta.
And tell us, what are you all dressed up for?
Because it's Easter tomorrow.
That's right. And you, what's the has the Easter bunny already come yet or not?
No.
And you ready for him?
Yes.
And your little brother's over there, but he's hiding, isn't he? He doesn't want to get on, does he?
No.
What's his name?
Billy.
Billy. What if we get Justin to walk over there with him? I can talk to him.
Okay.
Justin, you want to go over there?
How you going, Billy? How's it? You looking forward to Easter?
Okay.
Have you been through the tunnel yet? Or have you been through?
We're just going to, aren't
Just about to go through. Can those little legs handle it?
we? I'll probably have to carry him.
Probably have to go. Oh, you take it easy, have fun.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk to Jacinta. Don't do this.
Camera shy.
You're going to do the balls and all? What school are you in, Jacinta?
Eddystone.
And you want to say hi to all your friends and everybody there? You got some names?
Jessica. I want to say hi to Jessica. I can't think of any others.
And everybody else?
Yeah.
And what's your teacher's name?
I've forgotten.
That's all right.
Mrs. Hall.
Mrs. Hall. Oh, here's the little fella now. He's come in.
You got a certificate to show that you've come through as well, haven't you? This is what the Rotary are giving away to everyone who makes a donation. So this is proof of you've actually walked through the tunnel, or to the entrance anyway.
Yeah, well, we've got to the entrance. Now we're going to have to go further. All right, well, thanks very much, you guys, and I hope you have a very happy Easter tomorrow. And it's really nice of you to dress up like that.
Just for balls on.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. We're going to try to catch up with Wayne. Hopefully we'll catch him in here somewhere. So we'll be back after these messages. Well, we're a little bit further in the tunnel now, and I'm speaking to another one of the helpers from Rotary, Arthur. Hi, Arthur.
How do you do?
Now, tell us a little bit about these doors. We see them all along the side with numbers on them. What are these all made of?
Well, these are emergency doors. In the event of an accident, fire or any other catastrophe, they'll be opened centrally. You'll see from the cameras over here that they are being followed from a central box somewhere in the tunnel system. If anything happens, the doors will automatically be opened and there will be an exit down through to the end of the tunnel or into the next lane, or the westward tunnel. Yes.
Okay, so because there's quite a distance in between these two areas, so obviously there's an area there that'll take you up to the top. Do you know?
Yeah,
or?
I think yes, there are stairs that will take you up in period at intervals along here. Yeah.
And all along we see there's fire hydrants and there's telephones and cameras and all kinds of stuff under here.
Yeah, well, obviously safety has been a prime object of the developers. I think there's been so much criticism of the tunnel, so that they've got to be doubly sure in what they are doing. But that's, and I think most tunnels have this sort of safety systems that are going there, and really from the fires and that they had in Italy, you wouldn't want something like that to be happening here in Perth.
No, we certainly don't, not here. Now, Arthur, what section of Rotary are you with?
Oh, well, I'm with the Rotary Club of Osborne Park and in District 9, well, I can't remember what district, 9465, yeah.
Okay.
And we're just one of the three districts here in Western Australia.
Fantastic.
We do all those sorts of Rotary things that Rotary people do. Always looking for members.
Are world renowned for?
Yes. Oh, well, it is. Yes. But we're always looking for members. We're looking for people like that to help and do this sort of work.
Fantastic. We mentioned earlier, if you want to get involved with Rotary, their phone numbers are in the phone book, and they're all over the state. Now, thanks very much for that, Arthur. Now, we're going to talk about a story that James went down recently and spoke to an Australian legend, someone from Western Australia named Darren Reese, who's virtually a god in Thailand, where his main sport is Muay Thai kickboxing. And it was fantastic to look at. We went down and seen the guys having a bit of a go. Now, mums and dads, I do want to point out it is Muay Thai kickboxing, and maybe if you don't want your littlies to see it, might be a good time to have a cup of tea or something. This will go for about 10 to 15 minutes, so if you want to join us then, and anyone else, have a look at it, and here's the story.
Hello, I'm James from Balls and All. Now, Darren, you had a great fight yesterday, as you'll see from some of the footage, and you won. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's always good after a win, makes things more worthwhile.
Yep, now I noticed from watching the fight, it was a very close fight, a very good one. He was more of a boxer-style fighter, and you were more of a kicker. How does all that work?
Yeah, he was very aggressive. That was the style that he preferred. I think being a bit shorter, he liked to throw the hands and was working the leg kicks. Me being a bit taller, I decided to go more for the kicks. Because as he's punching, I'm kicking, catching his legs, things like that.
Now, how does the scoring all go in the fight?
Okay, in Muay Thai itself, hands are actually worth the least amount of points. It's actually the kicking and the knee scoring that is the highest, but also the damage is done a lot by the elbows, as you saw in the last round.
Now, where does Muay Thai actually originate from? Would you like to tell us a bit about the history?
Yeah, Muay Thai actually comes from Thailand. It's a big part of the Thai culture. It's been with the Thai culture for thousands of years, several thousand years. They've always used it as with their armies. They train their armies in it, and that's how it originally developed. They would fight like Muay Thai hand combat, but also using krabi kabong swords.
Now, one thing also I noticed was some of the fighters, they fought I think 3 2-minute rounds, and yours was a 5 3-minute round. Why? What's the difference?
Mostly the people looking to gain experience are fighting the 3-2s. They're not so experienced. It takes a lot of endurance to be able to fight the 5-3s. It is a long time to be fighting. It's over 15 minutes of actual contact. So when you first start out, when you're battling nerves and your body's getting used to the contact, you start off 3-2s and have a shorter break.
Now, I play a bit of gridiron. I noticed on game day, but when you actually go out in the field, you've got to be in the right zone. If you get too aggressive, you lose your brain and your thought. It's a very strategical game. Is Muay Thai similar, and what kind of things do you do to prepare for a fight?
Yeah, Muay Thai is very similar. It's very much a thinking game. A lot of people think of it as being a bit of a mug's game. The aggressor is the winner. It's not that case at all. It's more a physical chess kind of game where if your opponent is fighting one style, it's in your best interest to try and fight a different style, to try and figure out a way around it, how to overcome them.
Do you ever get intimidated by anyone?
No, not really. More so when I was less experienced. When you deal with that kind of thing for the first time, it can catch you off, but after you've dealt with it, you know how to, yeah.
What actually made you get into it?
I originally started just for self-defense and fitness. I started it as a freestyle kind of martial art and just developed the interest for the contact side of it. The competitiveness came out of me. I just wanted to test myself.
And how long have you been at it?
I've been training for 8 years, but I've been fighting for about 5 to 6 years now.
When you started out, was it just around Perth and then you decided to go bigger and better, or how did it all come?
Yes, I started in Perth. I was here for 4 years. I took it to the level where I thought that I could, then I needed to move on to progress. So I've spent some time over east in Melbourne, and I'm now situated in Bangkok, which is the motherland of Muay Thai.
What other places have you fought in?
I've been to Hong Kong and Singapore, and I fight quite frequently in Japan every couple of months.
Now, another question, like you're a white man, obviously. The Asians, are they a lot quicker, or is obviously they're born there, so they have an advantage from the start? Do you have to fight a different way, I suppose, against them to here, or is there any differences really?
Not really difference. Me fighting a Thai person the same size as me, we're the same sort of speed and things like that. But the general being is that the Thais are generally smaller. They're most competitive in the 50 to 60 kilogram classes. There's a lot less fighters in the bigger weights, whereas the Westerners, white people, there's a lot more in the bigger weights, not so many in the smaller weights. So when we're fighting the Thais, we generally have to deal with a lot more experience. They've been fighting for years. Most of them start when they're about 10, and they do it as their job. That's their occupation. Yeah.
Is it, like you said, it's the job. Is it pretty big over there, like part of the culture where you're respected if you're a fighter over there? Like I know the Japanese, if they're a sumo wrestler, that's like a big thing. Is that what it's like in Thailand?
Yeah, very much so. Thailand has a lot of poverty. A lot of the countries are from, a lot of the boxers are from the country. They're sent to camps in Bangkok to become professionals, and they fight as professionals, and most of them send the money home to their parents, make a good living from it.
And what class do you actually fight in?
I would probably, internationally, outside of Thailand, I would consider myself to be, I would be A class. I'm fighting at the highest level internationally. But in Thailand, I'm still not quite there yet. I would say more like B class. Yeah.
So what is your overall goal over the next few years, Darren?
I want to keep fighting and just keep working my way up. I want to establish myself internationally as the best fighter around and get to the highest possible level that I can in Thailand. That's the place to make it, really, on a personal level.
That's great. You said you mainly live over there. Is your work mainly just training and fighting, or what do you do to, I suppose, get by?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now full time. I have been for the last 2 years. I get by no problem with money from fighting, because it's the cost of living in Thailand is minimal. I stay at my camp, I train for free, I eat for free at my camp. The manager of my camp is very good, and also the money for fights in Japan is very good, so that gets me by for months, but I can fighting regularly every 3 to 4 weeks.
Speaking of Japan, I heard you beat the world champion over there. How was that? How'd that go?
That was very good. I was expected to lose very badly, so they were quite shocked. They thought they were throwing me in for a loss, but I came out on top, so that was good. It was always good.
Now, what are your plans for this next year?
I'll be going back to Thailand in a few days, get back into the swing at my camp. I've got a few fights lined up in Queensland and back in Thailand, hoping to be fight at Lumpini Stadium, which is the big main stadium in Thailand. It's the highest level.
Yeah. And you come back to Australia later on this year?
Yeah, I'll be back for fights probably in about August, and again later in the year as well.
You be coming over to Perth again?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Well, Darren, best of luck. It was great watching you fight yesterday, and I'd like to catch up with you again, I suppose, when you get back. But make sure you do well over there, and good to see you did it for WA.
Thank you. Thanks, James. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, James, thanks very much for that interview, and thanks to everybody down at the Muay Thai kickboxing. And Darren, you are a legend. We hope you keep going the way you're going. And Pond's Gym, all the people down there, and I think that was at the Morley Rec Centre. So thanks to everybody down there.
Yeah, that's right, Moose. That's what the show is all about. Basically, if you've got a sport which needs coverage, which no one else is going to cover, we'll come down because it's interesting. We learn so much just from coming out and seeing ultimate Frisbee or Muay Thai boxing or anything.
Underwater pencil sharpening, I'm sure Wayne would like to add.
Underwater hockey, we've done it all.
That's right, we have.
So basically, but we want to keep learning. We want to keep learning what Perth people get up to.
So we can tell all the other Perth people how to get involved. Hey, don't forget, at the end of the show we have our credits, and that'll have the web page and the phone number. Give us a call if you've got a sports or leisure activity. It could be walking through tunnels. You never know. That's what we're doing today. Tomorrow they're going to be doing the bicycle riding. And something else we want to tell you, don't forget, it's because of Channel 31 that we are allowed to bring this and CTV. So make sure you tell all your friends to tune in to Channel 31. It's Perth's only real channel right here And it's all local, it's all real, it's all happening here and now. It's not from the eastern states or another country where they speak with American accents or Pommy accents or whatever. West Australian, and it's right here and it's right now. Channel 31, and make sure you tune in. We'll be back after these messages.
Hello, I'm Wayne Simmons, and we're standing in the tunnel, or it looks like my backyard, but not really. It's the tunnel, and so we're here happening with Justin. And how's it going, Justin?
Oh, good, mate, good. This tunnel, quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like somewhere you could walk through. And this
out of a movie, really.
That's right. And this will be the only time probably that we'll be able to get out here and do this. So just get those feet to walking.
Oh, when that Falcon of yours breaks down, mate.
That's right. That's right. And a lot of people are trying to break it down. If you saw the last show when I was accused of stealing hubcaps, but that's another story. But anyway.
Next story, mate. Next story.
Spoons, wasn't it?
Yeah, the spoons. Hey, the story which was done a while ago. We've already put it to air, but we've got some more footage from it. It was when James and Debbie went up to Mundaring.
Okay, then.
Spoons, you know, crazy blokes.
Yeah, nothing like
driving mad.
Nothing like the spoons on a nice day.
Throwing a bit of mud around, and
yeah,
this is what it's like. Hey, go check it out.
Yeah. I'm here speaking with Paul, another one of the spoons. How you going, mate?
Not bad, how you doing?
Good, mate. How you found today?
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
And you're like me, you're just a passenger at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, at the moment my car's sort of off the road.
Did you injure doing this kind of stuff?
Oh, kind of, but sort of sustained injuries over the last year or so that I haven't fixed. Yeah.
You gonna fix it back up or buy another one?
Oh, I'll fix it and then sell it and then get another one.
Cool, mate. Have you been with these guys for a while?
Yeah, for a long time, probably about 3.5 years I've known them, but been regular spooning for about the last 2 years. Yep.
What made you get into it?
First memory was when at my 18th birthday, one of my brother's friends had a four-wheel drive and us. On my 18th birthday party about 2 o'clock in the morning, we were going bush bashing up the back tracks of Kalamunda, and that's sort of where I fell in love with it.
Cool, mate. Now, why are we standing here? Where's the other guys?
Well, unfortunately, one of the vehicles you might have seen earlier on, Land Rover, sort of busted the steering rod, so it's stuck on a very bad angle. Still trying to assess the situation. We don't know what we're going to do yet.
That's Mike, isn't it?
That's Mike, yeah.
We just spoke to him a minute ago. We'll be following these guys a lot more over the period, and keep on spooning, boys, I suppose.
Oh, see that? What? Oh, shit, he rolled it. Oh.
Love you from behind.
I closed my eyes on the way because I shit me dags. I'll try it.
So just a few of your buddies having fun, huh, Justin?
It was, mate. It was an unreal day, eh? You had to be there, Wayne.
Yeah.
Next time, you jump in the back of my car and
Yeah.
you're coming, mate.
Oh, that's good. As long as I don't get dragged along the way, I think it'll be all right. Now,
They have a heap of fun, eh? We're going down to Collie tomorrow for a couple of days.
Okay.
So it's just a four-wheel driving camping weekend. Excellent fun, eh?
sounds like fun. Now, we've got another story going. James did out at Whiteman Park, and that's with some kids, and it's about bicycle safety, and I think it's called Kids and Skids. So just have a look at
I'm
that.
James from Balls and All, and I'm down here at Whiteman Park speaking to Rick. How you going, mate?
Fine, mate.
Okay, would you like to explain what today's all about?
Yeah, look, today we've basically got the Kids and Skids program down here, which is sponsored by Healthway and Bike West, and it's really an introduction to entry level for kids, just to get involved into the sport of cycling, right from the grassroots, just on mountain bikes, on grass, and just having a bit of fun.
Yeah. And can any kid be involved?
Absolutely. We take this program to schools, to festivals, any sort of carnival where there's kids, and yeah, anybody can get involved. Just need to contact WA Cycling, and we'll get down there.
Yeah. What kind of things do you teach the young kids?
Pretty much today, all we're doing is we're doing time trials, which is very safe. The kids just get out and have a go over a very set course. Some skills, some road safety, all of those sorts of aspects.
And how long has this program been running?
This program's fairly new, been running for about 8 months, so it's relatively new. It's the only one of its type in Australia, so we're pretty proud of that. And you know, with Healthway's support and Bike West, it's helped us a hell of a lot.
Yeah. What was the main idea before getting it going, I suppose?
This idea came from the WA Cycling Junior Development Commission, and we sat down and thought, I mean, how are we going to get the sport up and running? It's very difficult just to have a race on a Sunday and expect kids to come down. So what we decided was we need to run some events where kids can just come down, have some fun. Then if they choose to want to get involved in the sport later, that's fine. But initially have fun. They want to become world champions, we can help them out with that too. Yeah. No drama.
Yeah, that's a good point, what you said about coming down and having fun. I know when I was a kid, they never had anything like this. Is either if you want to ride your bike, whether you get into BMX racing. I know it's hard on the young guys. And what I think happens in sports today is if you put too much pressure at a young age, by 11, 12, they're sitting home playing PlayStation games, you know. So what would you like to say about that?
Absolutely. We try to put very little pressure on kids, especially up until they're about 14. After that, I think they can start to make their minds up as to which way they would like to go. If they want to become recreational cyclists, then that's fine. We'll help them attain fitness to be able to do that. If they want to get involved in going to Olympics, that's fine too. Yeah. But I mean, each person sets their own goals, and that's the way we want to work.
Yeah. Now I noticed behind us we got this sign up and it's got like police checkers there. Do they help you out with anything?
Pretty much that's Bike West. Bike West is the Department of Transport, and pretty much it signifies a finishing line, I suppose. Yeah. And also all of our sponsors take up pride of place there.
Yeah. Do you also teach the kids like general road safety when they're out on the roads? You know, you got to stop and look and all that, because I know I don't know what it's like now, but you know, even when I was a kid, a lot of poor kids, they do something wrong and get hit by cars, and because they're very hard to be seen, especially at night time. What kind of things do you teach them?
For sure. Part of the program is called the Ride Safe Junior Development Program, and yeah, that's one of the main emphasis, one of the main focuses, that the kids do need to be safe. We send them out on the roads, especially under the age of 10 or 12, where their peripheral vision is not as good as it probably will be when you get a little bit older. Yep. And we just try to teach them some safe ways of being able to ride to school, to work, whatever they may be doing. If they want to get in the shop, it's very easy to forget. You're only 1k from home, but you can very easily have an accident, and young heads are very... they're like eggs, you know, they can crack easily. So, yeah, we're very mindful of that fact, very much so. Yeah.
I think it's great you're doing it, Rick. If someone kid out there is watching, thinks, or some mum and dad might want to get their kid in it because they'd have fun, does it cost anything, and how do they go about getting involved? Is there a number they can call?
Sure, they can call WA Cycling on 9274 0155. we can go to schools, and for a very nominal cost of a couple of dollars a kid, we can bring the program in. That helps us out with spot prizes, all that sort of stuff. So it's very cheap, and we try to keep it that way, so we just cover our costs. And anybody that wants them at their local fairs or schools or anywhere, we can come down and do it.
That's great. That's really great. Thanks a lot for your time. Make sure if you're a young fella or whatever and you want to come out and have a fun, give him a call and give it a shot. Yes, I'm still here. Now I'm speaking to some of the kids in the Skids. How you going, boys?
Good.
Okay, first off, what's all your names?
Alexander.
Andrew.
Matt. Jason.
Andrew. David. Jake.
Now, did you have to bring your own bikes to come down here?
Nah, the kids' Skids supplied them. They brought 2 different kinds here.
And you having fun today?
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long have you been doing it? Just today, or you been down before?
Just today.
Yeah. Do you think it's something you'll do regularly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything you guys want to say to anyone out there who might be watching?
Yeah. You should try your best to come here and do it.
You should come here. It's really good fun.
If you got nothing to do, come down here. It's wicked.
Yeah, what are you, mate?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
Nah.
You want to say hello to one of your mates or something?
Yeah, hi Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you ride, just keep riding. It's good fun.
What are you boys?
Good. It's just fun to practice riding and doing fun with skids and kids and skids.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say.
You want to say hello to anyone?
Nope.
Not even your mum and dad?
They're over there.
Oh, that's right. All right, well, I'm going to go now anyway, so take it easy, boys, and have a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, it's something about that Route 66 that just brings back memories, especially if you're from the U.S.
That's right. Kids for Skids, but
yeah,
Whiteman Park, great community thing they're doing down there. At Whiteman Park, we've been there quite a few times. And they look after us every time.
Yeah, they do.
Actually, they prove themselves time and time again that they're there for the community.
Right.
And fantastic place.
No, it's an excellent time, and everybody should just get down there and get behind it, because every time we've been down to Whiteman Park, they've always had something excellent and exciting, and there's people hanging out. It's great. So, no, that's all good. So
now we're going to cruise across to a message. A few messages.
Yeah, we need that.
And we'll see you after the break.
Hey everyone, welcome back, and we're near the end of the tunnel, and I'll get the cameraman just to show you across over there, because here on Balls and All, we've just proved to a lot of people out there who've always been wondering something for many years. You know what that is?
How we stay in such great condition.
Yes, that's what a lot of people want to know about me. No, we've just proved that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope everybody's doing well out there, and we have a new way, so that way we won't get caught in traffic anymore.
An extra 10 minutes in bed in the morning is the selling point, isn't it?
I think a lot of people will be happy with that, and it's a fantastic tunnel. We did find a little bit of water bubbling up down the back there, so don't let that bother you when you're driving.
Don't let the construction company know.
Now, Justin, you went down actually today, and we spoke to some people doing some funny things.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Tell the people a bit about it.
Ultimate Frisbee, I can't say where it was. I know it was 1969. Over in Woodstock or something.
Jersey.
Yeah. Jersey. Yeah.
And a car park in Jersey. See,
plus 69 is always a good number, and everything else.
I knew you'd like it.
It's a great year. Great year. Hey, again, guys. Just saying see you later, a lot of the Rotary people, because
we wouldn't mind hitchhiking a ride on the way back, but that's good too.
Okay, now the story?
Yeah, the story is Ultimate Frisbee down at Leadable.
Hey guys, the emergency people.
We need an emergency to get us through this segment.
Yeah. How about we just switch to it?
Let's have a look.
Go check it out. Justin here, and with me I've got Zandy, and Zandy's going to show us tell us about the game which we're playing. How are you, Zandy?
Yeah, good.
So what can you tell us? What are they doing now?
What are they doing now? Let's wait till they do something.
Good call.
Yeah, okay, the disc has gone out over the end zone. So what the guy's allowed to do is he's allowed to bring the bring the disc up to the line of the end zone,
I see.
which is what he's doing.
Yep.
Okay, and when he gets there, they get a 10-second count to get rid of the disc. So as soon as he gets there, the guy should tap the disc and shout "disc in." Right, now count to 10 seconds to get rid of the disc. Okay, strip call. That's just basically because he'd caught it and the other guy ripped it out of his hands.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a foul in the game.
What two teams have we got playing here?
Oh yeah, this is the 4th New South Wales team versus the 2nd WA team. So this WA team's in black.
Is this second half or?
Yeah. No, it's first half. It's just started. Scoreboard should be somewhere. Okay, so what you'll notice a similarity to netball in the sense that they're not allowed to run with the disc. Okay. So every time they catch it, they're only allowed the 3 steps in which to stop. So there aren't too many injuries.
Are there any referees in the?
No, it's self-refereed. So if you feel that you've been fouled, you just call out foul, and then it's up to the player that you're on to contest it if he feels that he was hard done by.
So it's all on honesty basis.
It's all honesty basis. It's really good.
But it seems to work out well.
Oh,
just
yeah,
by watching
absolutely.
it, I can't see any problems.
It's all in good
not having
spirit.
A referee.
It's
And
all
who
in-
likes the referee anyway? What's happening now?
Okay, when they score a point, the team that's just scored the point stays at the end in which they scored, and the other team has to go back to the other end.
This is more like a rugby rule.
This is style rugby, yep. So what happens now is that the team that just scored will, what's called pulling the disc, so they'll pull as far as they can, okay, and then it's up to the other team to try and get it down the other end.
I see. Can you have onside and offside? Is it?
No, nothing like that.
So they're trying to just keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
Mind you, it doesn't look it. Why are they got half turning forward and half turning backwards?
This is just one of these, they're making letters, I think. You've got the camera in the wrong position. What does it say?
Can't read it.
Go the camera, yeah.
Goat set, okay. Do they have to catch it to make it play on?
No, they don't. But if he was to drop the disc on the pull, it would be a turnover.
What was stopping him from passing to another player then? Wouldn't that be an easier way to go? To get out there quicker?
Yeah, in the pull, it has to go straight to another team player.
Okay.
So a player from the other team.
The opponents, yeah.
So it's merely a distance advantage, it's like in rugby, in league.
How long are the quarters?
I believe the halves it's a 2-hour game with half time.
There's a lot of running.
They have, but...
And how many games are they playing today, each team?
I believe they play 3 games.
3 games.
So
you're doing about 3 hours of non-stop running.
6 hours.
6 hours. Have they just scored?
Yeah, black team's just scored, so WA just scored. So now, as you see, black team stays at the end they just scored at, and the white team go but the other end.
Half time does the main end swap?
Okay, the way half time works is that there's a point cap and a time cap. So half time's automatically when the first team gets to 9 points.
Okay.
So no matter what the score is, when one team is at 9, that's half time.
And if no one makes it to 9?
If then you just play full on.
Wow. What's the point system? How many
so
points
it's
is it just 1 point?
1 point, and the winner is the team that gets to 17, or otherwise when time runs out, whoever's
okay.
winning at the time.
You could be playing this for hours,
well,
just trying to get to 17 points.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But most games, like if they go the full 2 hours, then the score will usually be around the 14 mark.
Do a lot of these people play this sport just to keep fit, but they have other sports which they play professionally, or like you might have them playing rugby in winter, or Aussie rules, or gridiron, or whatever?
It's a full...
Or do they do it all year round?
It's an all year round sport, and they generally play it in leagues. So the way that we play it in WA is we have a league for each So 10-week league for each season.
Each bracket,
Each season. So you have a summer league, winter league, etc. And so it's all year round. But then you get other people that, like, I'm having a break at the moment because I'm playing soccer and hockey at the moment. So I felt that
I think
it's a bit too much.
A lot of people tie sports in.
Yeah.
What's actually happened here? He's dropped the ball.
Dropped the disc.
Frisbee.
That's how a turnover happens. If it's not a completed pass, then it's a turnover. So,
you still play yourself?
Occasionally.
When you have time?
Oh yeah, I'm playing too many other sports at the moment, so.
All right. Well, thanks, Sandy, for coming down and commentating for us.
That's okay.
Have a good game.
Well, let me just go to Brayshaw's Catering and see if I can get something to eat with all that money I got in my pocket. Let me see if I can get something anyway. How you doing?
You go, mate.
And your name is?
Karina.
Now, how long have y'all been here this morning?
Since 6:30. 6 o'clock.
Woo! That would make you a little bit tired now. And so what type of food have y'all been serving?
Chips, hot dogs, donuts, Dagwood dogs.
Dagwood dogs. We got a couple of Dagwoods that work here at the station too, so we can understand what that's like. Now, I was just wondering, if you would help out a thirsty, starving person, like if y'all got something that maybe y'all could help me out with, and maybe I could get something to eat from.
When the boss comes in.
Oh, we got to talk to the boss. Where's the boss?
Along the bloody curb.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. And your name is?
Julie.
Doesn't she have a camera face? Thank you. All right, anyway, I was just wondering if we could probably get something, because...
I've got some donuts and a Dagwood dog for you.
A Dagwood.
How about a drink?
This is excellent.
Sorry, Wayne, there's nothing left for you.
Leave it to Moose and a couple of the guys to really clean everything out before I get there. That's the way it goes. But
how the crowd's been?
Good. Very good. Yeah, a lot of people here today.
And
no trouble. It's been good.
I think that young lady is dying in the black hair. She's dying to get on camera. Come here, young lady.
You're pretty old.
Yeah.
Danielle.
Oh, how you doing, Danielle? Come here, Danielle.
Tell us your life story.
Did you see it? It was so cute. She came by with the broom just in the nick of time. She had to sweep that.
Do you often get women coming at you with brooms?
Yeah, but they're usually to hit me. So you get that.
We want to say thanks to the gang here. They looked after us well. So if anytime you're around, you see this caravan right here, make sure you come in. They got some great food, and they'll be happy to look after you.
And this is Brayshaw's Catering, and plus they have a bunch of cuties working behind the desk, so that always helps.
Sure does.
If you're tired and hungry and thirsty like I was coming out of that tunnel, this is the place to be.
Yeah, well, that was fantastic, Justin, watching all the teams from all over Australia.
Very skillful, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I've never heard of it before.
No, I mean,
have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't. I guess that's why it was so skillful, because nobody ever heard of it, so they put on a great show.
Secret society.
Yeah, turnout over 200 people down there. So,
I guess somebody knew about it, huh?
And it's gone on all this week, which is obviously by the time we got to air.
Next year.
You notice there's more flies out here than under the tunnel? Now, what you see behind us, by the way, I'll get our cameraman Chris to kind of get a good shot of that, is some paintings done by the Aborigines, and you'll see the woggle, which is very synonymous with the Aboriginal tribes, anything to do with water, I believe it is, and they've got a lot of their paintings on the walls on both sides, also over behind our camera crew and whatever, and this was done obviously because obviously the Aborigines in the area, And the bridge, if we did continue on, is named Windan, W-I-N-D-A-N, Windan, which is, I believe, the Aborigine king's wife's name. So they actually named it after her. So it's fantastic to see.
Wow.
It's from what we've seen today, it's a great effort. Many of you, by the time you've seen this show, would have been driving through here.
Exactly.
I know that Justin Wayne can't wait to get driving through this.
Sure can't. I can't wait to get my little tricycle going and, you know, riding through here. It'll be great.
Just want to point out that there are cameras, and if you speed, you're going to get caught, okay? So
we got some other people hanging out over there by the camera. How you doing?
Hey, how you
nice
going?
to see you.
It's been
club followers everywhere.
It's been great coming through the tunnel here today. Tomorrow bicycling, and then it's only people in cars from there on. So you've just had a bit of a look through.
That's right. And after, like I said, in the next couple of days, you know, like you said, bikes and what have you, then after that, it's on like popcorn. The cars will be coming through, and don't get in the way.
That's right. You won't be able to stand out here in the middle lane. We've actually got a car coming at us now. So what do you reckon?
We're not really worried, though, because hopefully it's going to stop.
Here he is. Here he is. This is the man you are. Well, everyone, thanks for watching the show. And don't forget, every Monday night, 8:30, right here on Channel 31. Tell all your friends to tune in. Have a look at...
even your dog or cat, doesn't matter.
Balls and All, your sports and leisure show. And get your pens and papers ready, because we want you to write down the credits. And you'll get to see how to tune in or how to contact us with the email, phone number.
That's right.
Give us a call. We're going to let other people know about your sports or your leisure activity and how they can get involved.
Yes, and that'll be very good. So, and we cover all sports. We cover the gambit. So anything at all, please let us know. We'll be glad to come out.
Even Frisbee throwing.
Even Frisbee throwing. What about painting?
And painting, yeah.
Painting.
Some of you painters, the poets, whatever, get in touch with
Anybody that moonwalks, we'd like to know, because I need to learn how to do that for my show and with my band. So anybody that knows how to moonwalk, please let me know. Ring the show.
Okay, before he gets too carried away, we want to say thank you for watching every Monday night, 8:30, right here on Channel 31, Perth's best damn channel.
The best.
Every Monday night, 8:30, and the name of the show is
Balls and All.
We'll see you next week.